What makes a good running shoe? Well, it depends. It depends what you're after. If you're a first-time runner, if you're a long-term runner, or if you're an elite athlete. So the shoes that you might wear for training can be quite different to the shoes that you choose to wear for a race. Does foot type matter? In my professional opinion, if your foot isn't hurting, foot type doesn't matter. So we've long known from research, for example, that we can give the same shoe to different individuals with different foot types and the rate of injuries is exactly the same. And even if we give them a footwear that is said to be made for their foot type, their injury rates are the same. So if your foot is not painful, then actually your foot type based on your shoe prescription does not seem to matter. Are expensive shoes worth it? It depends what you're after. So we know now through research with the advent of super shoes or advanced footwear technologies, such as these ones, that yes, they can make a difference to your running performance. So if you're trying to break the 2 hour on the marathon, then yes, your footwear does matter. However, if you're just going out there to run and to train for the enjoyment, then actually no, it doesn't matter. So as long as you're comfortable in your footwear and they're not causing you injuries, then the price of the shoe actually does not matter. The debate on minimal versus maximal cushioning. Is a shoe like this right for you, or is a shoe with a lot more cushioning right for you? So again, it kind of depends. So if you're used to being more often barefoot, if you like a more minimal feel, then a minimal shoe could be right for you. They're very lightweight, and we know that if you have a lighter shoe on your foot, you use less energy and oxygen when you run, so they tend to be more economical. However, if you're used to wearing footwear, if you tend to have foot issues, for example, you might find a maximal shoe to be a lot more comfortable. They tend to be heavier though, so they tend to be less economical. How can biomechanics in running prevent injuries? Well, there's been a lot of research on biomechanics and injuries, and unfortunately, there's not that much that we can convincingly tie with running injuries. The one thing that does appear to help with reducing load in running is your cadence. So that is your steps per minute, so how fast you take your steps at a given running speed. Now, the higher the cadence tends to mean the closer to your body you hit the ground, so you don't overstride quite as much, and that reduces the overall load on your body throughout your different joints. So the one thing that people can potentially do is to learn how to run with a higher step cadence.